Hey, good evening. This is Brian Johnson, and welcome to my Wednesday night training. And it's going to be part 2 of my first series that I started on Monday called Are You 3 Feet from Gold? So naturally, if you have not seen part 1, go back and check it out. If this is your first time, just type first timer in the message, and I would just like to share something specifically for you. First off, I'm grateful and thankful that we got connected today. Make no mistake, there is a reason why God has connected you and I today on your journey. And I'm grateful to be able to share what God has blessed me with to help you be the best version of yourself on your journey. So naturally, you have already committed to being your best or you would not be on my call. So with that in mind, my encouragement to you is to be open-minded. I invite you to suspend your disbelief and give me 1% of your trust. And undoubtedly, I will earn the other 99%. You are in such an amazing place. We have such an amazing tribe of people here that are very loving and caring and love to support and are very interactive. So feel free to be yourself. And matter of fact, don't be anyone but yourself. So welcome. If this is your first time, type first timer. What's up, Miss Audrey Nicole? This is one of my favorite people on the planet. Audrey is always here and she's always connected with us, and I appreciate you. So if all my veterans, I'm grateful for you for sure. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for you showing up and just being authentic, because you are what makes my job so amazing. Like, I literally love this part of my day. This is the most fun that I get to have, is really connecting and sharing with you all the notes and stuff that I put together for our training, so you have some stuff so you can follow along. So naturally, if you do not have my notes, make sure you go up to step 1 above and get my notes. That way you can follow along. There's some very potent information that we're going to be going through tonight, and it will be great for you to have it. So we're going to keep tonight's training to 30 minutes. I'm going to get back on honoring my 30-minute time. What's up, Miss Danny? So I can make sure that you're supported, make sure you have some amazing content, give you some stuff, and then allow you to go on and invest some time with your family and do some other things. So 8:30 is when I'm looking to be done. What's up, D? So without further ado, allow me just to share something with you. A lot of you may be new. A lot of you are veterans. Some of this may be review, and for some of this may be the first time you're here. And I don't expect you to hear me until you know me. And I don't expect you to listen to me until you know why I do what I do. So with that in mind, allow me to present to you me. I only know how to be me. I'm not going to try to be anyone else, so I'll always be Brian. What's up, Rachel? Look forward to seeing you next weekend. So what you may recognize me as the guy who's on social media doing all the videos on YouTube and hanging out with some pretty awesome people, and maybe seeing me with a purple sweet potato in my hand, or going through the grocery store talking about asparagus, or maybe talking about body language and itches and scratches and all kinds of fun stuff, right? Well, it hasn't always been that way. For you to understand why I do what I do, it's important for you to understand that I've been 250 pounds 3 different times. I've been suicidal, gun in hand. I've been had drug challenges in my past. Even invested 7 months of my life behind bars, in jail, reinventing myself. So there is nothing that you can do or that you have already done that is not welcomed into our training family and into our tribe. What's up, Thomas? You are completely secure. My invitation to you is just to show up and participate and message and send your questions in and be active. And I assure you, if you are open to miracles, you will experience them in my trainings. You will experience them consistently with the information that I share with you. I will hang my hat on it, and I guarantee that if you trust me, you will experience the same results in your life. And I assure you, and I'll ask a question, hey, to my family and my veterans, am I accurate? And it has the information that God has blessed me with to share with you. Has it created an impact in your life in a positive way? If so, just type a yes. And this is not for me. This is for people coming in, so they can know that basically 5 minutes into our class, that you are in one of the best places that I'm aware of on the planet, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So without further ado, let's get started. So last time we talked about, are you 3 feet from gold? Are you 3 feet from gold and maybe not even know that you are? Honestly, I totally understand. I have totally been the same way. And what's up, Mr. Steve and Melinda and Vanessa? And honestly, I have had many experiences that have challenged me to the core. Literally, almost cost me my life multiple times. Make no mistake, I am here for a reason to serve you, and you are here for a reason to be served. And there is something that will come out of my mouth into your brain today, tonight, that will make an impact in your life. My encouragement to you is to use it immediately, implement, execute, fast, okay? So, how many of you, I asked this question last time, but I'm going to ask it again. It's important to know. How many of you dread Mondays? Meaning, how many of you right now, when Monday comes around, you're like, oh man, what time is it? Can I sleep for 5 more minutes? Can I sleep for 10 more minutes? Do I have to go in today? Is my boss in town? Can I skip? Can I work from home? How many of you currently are in that position? Are in that mental space? Question on the table, yes or no? What's up, Matt? How are you doing today after our conversation today? Did you feel better? Did you resolve some anger situations? Tell me what's up. I know I talked to Steve today too. Steve, how was your day today, Steve? So question on the table, do you hate Mondays? Do you hate Mondays? Awesome. Most of you do not, because I've known most of you and most of you on here that we've been connected for a bit. What's up? Teresa does. I know she does. And honestly, like literally from my experience working with over 70,000 people at this point, I have found that 80% of people hate what they do. They hate what they do. My encouragement to you, if that is you, stay on the call. I have some information for you that will empower you with the necessary wisdom to figure out what God has in your life and how to use it. Perfect. Okay. All right. So when is now a good time to create the life and the body that you've always desired? When is now a good time to understand when you have glass ceilings and when you have upper limits challenges? And if you have not shared, for all my veterans, please do. I appreciate you. And my first timers, if you feel called to share it, I'd be super honored if you did. And I'm grateful for you doing that. So I appreciate all of you, and I thank you beforehand. Okay? Good job on those steps. What's up, Tina? Glad we got to connect. It's Facebook time. I remember going back and forth and having a conversation with you. So welcome tonight. I appreciate you. And welcome to the family. So, okay, right now we're talking about, are you ready to discover when you're sabotaging yourself? I know, Audrey, you're awesome. I appreciate you. When is now a good time to give yourself permission to thrive? When is now a good time to say, you know what? I will not settle for anything less than my best. I will no longer tolerate mediocrity in my life. Yes, I'm talking to you specifically. Yes, today is the day. Yes, I'm going to empower you with the truth. And yes, I am fully committed and convicted to support you and committed to seeing you succeed and thrive in your life. All right? So are you open-minded to creating results in half the time? Are you open to creating results in half the time? Are you open-minded to working right versus working hard? And undoubtedly you can see the massive impact that these mindset tricks that I'm already sharing with you and sprinkling along our talk, undoubtedly you can see how big of an impact these are going to make in your life. Without fail, they work. You've already had multiples of my clients and people that I get to connect with on a day-to-day basis just share with you a quick, yes, it works. I allow them to answer these questions so I can get out of the way and allow you to be supported by other people who use the same information. Okay? So now, here's the key. When you can wake up in the morning or anytime throughout the day, doesn't matter, and you can say, I am enthusiastically enthusiastic about my life. When you can say that, I'm enthusiastically enthusiastic about my life, you are operating in the top tier of your emotional capabilities. What's up, Jan Kobos? My longtime friend, one of my mutual side-by-side trainers when I was working some at 24 Hour Fitness. I appreciate you. We had a good chat yesterday. Jan, how are you feeling? So, the importance, like if you're really looking to thrive specifically and you're looking to create the relationships of your dreams, you're looking to create the body, the life, everything that falls in your best, we get to figure out where you're out of alignment and it's not allowing you to match up and to be fully aligned with the statement, I am enthusiastically enthusiastic about my life. Okay? So here we go. Here's the first part. Okay? The first part for you to move forward in your life and to move the needle towards I am enthusiastically enthusiastic about my life is very simply, number one, getting real, as Garrett White would say. I'm not a warrior. I know lots of them. I vote their victory. Getting real and getting raw with where you're at emotionally. Most people are unaware. When I ask people, they say, I don't know. And I say, well, who would know? If you did know, what would you know? Oh, well, that's a good one. So here's a trick for you, okay? When you're asking yourself the question, what do I feel? And you say, I don't know, or you're asking your loved one or your partner a question, and they say, I don't know. Well, I say, what if you did know? Well, now that you know, what do you know? And all that does is it gets them off of that glitch, because as soon as someone says, I don't know, that means they are automatically unconscious, meaning unaware that they are creating everything in their life. And until we recognize that, we will continue to stay asleep. What's up, Gabe? Until we recognize that, we will continue to stay asleep. All the stuff that I'm talking about right now is in our Emotional Breakthrough series, and what I'm specifically talking about is language code and prophetic language of using language codes that literally are self-fulfilling prophecies. I don't know means I don't know. If I say I don't know where I'm functioning at or what I feel emotionally, then naturally it's going to make an impact as to how you can move forward in your life. Would you agree with that? Naturally, without even thinking, of course. Okay? So getting real. So let's go through some basic checkpoints on body language that you can use at any point in time in the day that will dramatically help you to uncover where you're not in alignment, so you can move forward and collect your gold. You are 3 feet from gold at any point in time. So to understand, to keep pushing, to give yourself permission to be authentic with what you feel, to understand when to practice patience versus action, and to understand what your body and what God is communicating through you using your body in the form of body language is going to be the fastest way for you to collect your blessings that God has in store for you to create the body you've always dreamed of, for you to create the relationships, the life, the business, the career, the job. All of that stuff is going to be hidden behind door number one of understanding what's going on in your body. That's going to come with you being real and raw with where you're at. Now, here is an actionable step, okay? In body language, your stomach, when it's tight, that represents fear. That's where fear shows up. Okay, that's where fear shows up. Number two, if your chest and your throat is tight, that's where sorrow shows up. Okay, number three, when your back and your neck shows up, that is where anger shows up. So back and neck tight, anger. Chest and throat tight, that's sorrow. Stomach tight, that's fear. Yes, I completely agree. Our body language series and our emotional breakthrough series, not saying it's because it's my own. I'm only saying I love it because I've seen miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle created by the very information I'm sharing with you right now. It's all detailed out further and more instructions, so you have more stuff in our training. So keep that on your mind. Second thing, the key is this. As human beings, we can have a potential to be a judging machine. When we judge, we're basically taking on whatever we're judging. So here's something that I have for you to pull the old switcheroo. Instead of judging, we can A, vote victory, which is extremely important. So when I find myself judging someone, I can immediately say, I vote that person's victory. That way I am blessing them versus judging them and taking on. Because if you are ever trying to pull and to go get your 3 feet from goal and achieve different things in your relationships, in your life, in your businesses, and in your health, if you are judging people, you will never get there. Because you're going to take on the very thing that you are resisting from them onto you. The faster way you can walk in the shoes of Christ, in a sense of a Christ consciousness, speaking to myself for sure, the faster that I can love everything that is unlovable and love the things that I'm judging in someone else, because that is something that is in me that I have not loved yet. If you caught it, you got it. If you're ever going to get your gold, you must be super conscious of what's going on. And if you notice that you're judging someone, whatever you caught, you also have it. That is very important to understand. If you caught it, you got it. Okay? Now, let's go through my specific tactic that I created. Okay, this will be a good one for you. All my people, every one of you on here, this will be good for you. This is a writer downer. I'm going to share with you the exact system that I created to recognize emotions and how to resolve them. And I'm going to go through a specific example, because until you understand this and until you embody this and until you can execute it flawlessly, you will not be able to recognize your emotions and you will not be able to shift them. This is the most important skill set I could probably share with you, because it is this very skill set that will literally allow you to recognize when you're not operating in peak performance and what you get to do to create that. And naturally, you can see how big of an impact that will make in your life. Would you agree? Having a skill set to recognize when you're operating in self-sabotage, and having the skill set to change to your self-empowerment. Do you agree that that will be a life-changing tactic for you today, now, in your life? Undoubtedly, I agree with you, because I can tell you what it's done for me and the people that I get to use it with. So let's talk about it, okay? So you probably have maybe heard me talk about Abra, A.B.R.R.A. Okay, this is important. A stands for acknowledge. And for those just coming on, A stands for acknowledge. If you haven't shared and you feel called, please do. That's the best way you could thank me and ultimately help me help more people. And I appreciate you, and I'm thankful for you doing that for me. A stands for acknowledgement, meaning scan your body. If you have pains going on, if you have pains in your arms or your legs, that's all emotional information. Where it shows up at is also emotional information. That will let you know whether it's about someone else, whether it's about a male, whether it's about a female. All of this is in our body language series. And when you understand these things, your life will transform before your eyes faster than you even thought was even possible. For those of I that I have worked with today in the last couple of days, is this accurate what I'm speaking right now? Yes or no? A stands for acknowledge. Scan your body points. If you got stuck, go back and watch this again. I recommend you watch this training 10 or 15 times. What's up, Chris? So remember, sorrow shows up in your chest and your throat. Anger shows up in your back or your neck. Fear shows up in your stomach. That's what I mean by scan. What I mean by scan means you can do two things. You can start from your head and work your way down, or you can work with your feet and work your way to your head. Either way, just start somewhere, and start somewhere so that you can duplicate that position or duplicate that motion, because really what you're looking for is you're looking for systems. You're looking for a system that you can plug into when something is not accurate, something that you can measure, something that you can duplicate, and something that is easy to use so you can create a habit out of doing this. It's like Matt today. Matt and I were talking and we worked through some stuff with him and his dad. He goes, now that it's all done, is that all done? I'm like, well, no. Welcome to the party. Because now you have a lifetime of understanding emotions when they come in your life. And now you understand how to love them and how to transmute them. Once you deal with something, you get it out of the way, that does not mean that it's over. That's pretty much game beginning, because that's when you're actually showing up and being response able to your problems / opportunities. That's when the fun begins. Okay, so A stands for acknowledge. B stands for breathe. For those of you in Austin or other surrounding areas, my Qigong coach and my disease reversal nutrition coach will be in Austin this month on the 26th through the 29th for only $99. Come join us. Check out QI Revolution, QiRevolution.com. That will give you all of the information you need. You can message me if you have any questions, but it's definitely a life changer. Okay, able to respond. That's correct. That is a response ability is different than reaction. And trust me, I'm a human being in training just like the rest of you. I am not perfect, and I have skill sets and systems that I have been able to learn and use that have dramatically helped my relationships. All of them. Penny and I, Riley and I, my mom and dad, my people that I work with, all of that stuff, okay? So we have A, acknowledge, B, breathe. Breathing down into your stomach. One of the fastest ways to recognize whether you are in fight or flight or fear is to check in. If you're breathing from your chest, that's fight or flight. Immediately switch your breathing down into your stomach. That's thriving. That's down into your parasympathetic nervous system, okay? You get to consciously do that. Your breath will dramatically help you to transmute or to raise your emotional vibration, which is extremely important. And when you're raising your emotional vibration by supersaturating your body with oxygen, you cannot stay in a lower, stressed, fearful state. Period. It's impossible. So the first thing that you can do when you are stressed, or even before that, is breathe. Just like that. You cannot stay unhappy and stay in a lower vibration or stressed or fearful or sad or angry state when you breathe. So that's number 2. Acknowledge what's going on. Identify what emotion is operating. Is it sorrow? Is it anger? Is it fear in my stomach? Do I have a pain or something going on in my arm or my leg, which is also translatable in our body language series. Second thing, breathe down into your stomach. Move oxygen. Raise your emotional vibration so you can in turn shift the very thing that is keeping you in sabotage, that is keeping you from reaching your 3 feet of gold. Because when you're working right versus working hard, you are literally able to shift your body through systems and understand when you're digging for gold, you're actually going to be working right versus hard, because when you are in alignment, now you have everything functioning, conspiring to bring you everything on your heart's little desire. So when you're in alignment, subconsciously and emotionally and consciously, you are working right, not hard. Because now you have everything that is off your radar screen. To kind of give you an idea, our eyesight is about that much. We have all of this other stuff that we cannot see, period, in front of us called energy that is working to help us create everything that we desire. If you dream it, you can achieve it. First, you get to get out of your way and give yourself permission to believe that you can, and believe yourself that you are worthy to receive it. If not, you won't. It's called walking in faith. Giving yourself permission to forgive yourself, receiving God's grace so you can move forward out of your egoic expression. Okay? Acknowledge, breathe. R is release. Second R is realign, meaning we have 5 minutes. So release and realign. So I'm going to give you a for example, and I'm going to say I'm going to do anger. I'm going to be Brian, and I'm going to deal with some anger for a second because I think this is what popped up for me, so I think this will serve you best. So this is me driving down the road, okay? Not all the time. This is hypothetically. I'm giving you an example of me dealing with some anger so you can understand Abra, acknowledge, breathe, release, realign, and appreciate. So bam, start to finish. Here we go. We'll time it. Probably a minute or less. So Abra, acknowledge. Okay, my back and my neck is tight. That's anger. Okay. Do I feel anger? Yes, I do. Okay, I give myself permission to feel my anger. Breathe. Who am I angry with? All right, I'm angry with my partner. Okay, I give myself permission to forgive my partner. Insert name for insert situation. Blank, blank, blank. And I give myself permission to forgive myself or whomever. Insert other name. And I give myself permission to reclaim my authority, because when we are angry, that directly impacts our thyroid, which will slow down everything. And it also will go down into your liver for resentment. So thyroid is anger. I give myself permission to forgive my partner for blah, 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 and I reclaim my authority. And I give myself permission to move forward. So I loved my anger into my forgiveness. That's release, realign. Appreciate is this. Once I get done, I'm going to go into an active verbal state of gratitude and appreciation, specifically to raise and to multiply, amplify, or even quantumly boost my emotional vibration. The active appreciation would go something like, man, I'm so thankful that Brian taught me this training and that I've been using the information and I can feel it work. I'm so grateful that I have the wisdom and the tools and the skill sets to change what I feel into what I am desiring to experience. I'm so thankful that I recognized that I had an upper limits challenge today and I was able to implement a tactic and to change what I was experiencing. I'm so grateful for my health. Thank God it's summertime and I have a car that has AC. My windows roll up. My family is doing amazing. I'm doing amazing at work. My body is healthy and well. Keep going. I completely went on a rampage of appreciation. Rampage of gratitude. Your objective is to get to where you can just spit it out like you're a rapper that fast, because that way it's from your heart, it's from your spirit. Your intellect cannot think that fast. So when you rip it out, all you're doing is boosting your appreciation. And ultimately what you are doing is you're amplifying your ability to work right. So the energy and the focus and the intention that you're putting in and putting out is massively magnifying everything. So everything that matches that emotional vibration of appreciation and gratitude and love, you are creating more people, experiences, circumstances, situations, and events that match your gratitude and appreciation that you're putting out. If you would like more money, give more money. If you would love to have more love, give more love. Whatever you desire more of, give that. If you're looking to massively increase your financial wealth, tithe. Tithe to a church that you like. Tithe to a mission. Tithe to God specifically. And watch your money grow. And I have something, this is off my chart, and I'm going to share this with you because this is super helpful. How many of you love to pay your taxes? By a show of hands, do you love to pay your taxes? That's right. I do too. Either way, you have to pay them. So when you can use Malachi 3:10, which says, bring all meat into my storehouse, so there is meat in my house. Trust me in this and see if I don't throw open such a blessing that it will open up the floodgates of heaven. You will not have such a cup to contain it. Let's just say that that's a scriptural law. I'm not talking religion. You do the research on Malachi 3:10. Let's say that's a scriptural law talking about our tithe, our money. When you are able to give your money and you are able to pay your bills also with a mindset and an intention of love and gratitude and blessing the company or the individual or the IRS that is receiving your money, blessing it through them up to God and universal supply, you are literally attaching the law of tithe unto your IRS tax payment. Interesting. What does that mean, Brian? here's what that means. It does not mean cancel. It means that when you do this, you can apply the law of tithe energetically to your IRS bill, to your cell phone bill, to your grocery bill, to whatever thing that you use money towards that will automatically turn on the law of tithe and put you into a position to receive more blessings in your life merely because of how you are intentionally giving money out. If you give out money to the IRS and you're like, God dang it, I hate when I do this, and you have a negative attachment association towards it, all you're doing is creating more of that attachment association with your money every time you put it out. What does that mean? That means you're literally going to have a negative association with money, so you're literally going to be pushing away the very thing that you are trying to attract to create more freedom, opportunities, and choices in your life. What does this have to do with being 3 feet from gold? Everything. Because it is every little bitty step about progress, not perfection, that allows you to get closer to your gold. It's a matter of patience and persistence and consistency. Consistently show up, and it will consistently happen at some point. Right. Awesome. So that's all I have. So hey, look, I have something for you tonight. If you have not invested in our emotional breakthrough series, today is your day. I have a special limited time opportunity for you where you can get $300 off of it. It's typically $497. Tonight, it's only $197. Here's what you're going to get. Here's what's in it. It's 4 hours of emotional codes, getting aware of the laws and the things that we use. So all you get to do is line up with the laws so you can start to experience miracles in your life. And for my veterans on here who have taken our emotional breakthrough series, would you put a one-liner of what you thought about it and whether it's worth the investment? And I appreciate you, and you can be completely honest, and I would love that. Your bonuses are: you get to be added to our closed secret Facebook group with all the rest of our amazing people who've invested in themselves. And that's where our community is, where we get to ask questions and mingle around. That's one. Second thing is you're going to get Chris's grocery store video where he went through the grocery store and started talking about avocados and asparagus and all these fun things that you get to know about. So you are empowered with the truth when you go to the store to take best care of yourself. And naturally, that's what you really want, right? Of course, or you wouldn't be on here 30 minutes after we started. Okay? Number 3, you will also get a conversation with me when you enroll, and after you enlist, message me so you and I can have a conversation to talk about how we can get you supported so I can get you your bonuses as well. So take action now. It's a money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you get your money back. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because I assure you, one thought, one idea can change your life if you use it and if you implement it. So have an amazing night. That's all I have. And I appreciate all of you tonight. Oh, awesome. Yeah, perfect. Try it out and tell me what you notice. So the law of tithe, Malachi 3:10. Check it out. It's in the book. So have an amazing night. I thank you. I appreciate you. I will see you soon. Message me if you have any questions. If you're more serious than curious and ready to take your life to the highest level possible, let's have a conversation to see if or how I can support you. And I assure you there's some way, form, or fashion that I can definitely provide some value in your life. So I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for showing up tonight and being yourself. And we'll chat soon. So remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye.